So he was saying, yeah, this is like our BTAC collection. We're gonna be like coming up with like the next ones in the series, and this is the first one, and I can see that. I mean, if it's sold out in 1 minute, man.
It's the
So
first one. It's the
yeah.
first one. It's a collector's item.
Welcome to the blind battle of the Found Norths. I'm your host Sam, and this is Whiskey and SV. And in this tonight's special episode, we have a special guest, Matt.
Hi, everybody.
Cool. So the purpose of this episode is for us to know whether the Found North 20-year Peregrine, the one that was super special and sold out in a minute on their website, is worth it. I actually got to try this on Monday, the night before the official release, and in that environment, with the Found North rep there, David, who apparently used to be a KNL spirits buyer before. I did think there was something special about it, so I was kind of like excited to get my bottle secured, pre-secured, and I managed to get a backup as well. So, and then I opened this yesterday, and I tried it next to the 8 again, and I wasn't so sure. So I'm glad that you're here, and you can be, the observer here, hopefully the unbiased observer, to be able to tell us whether you think it's special or not.
Yeah, I'm excited to dive in and try these. I haven't tried either. I have tried a number of Found North over the last couple of years. Have been a big fan of this KNL pick that I've been just milking to try to make it last as long as possible. This was a port cask, and I think Sam's also got a special pick here from that he'll talk about later.
Yeah.
But but I'm excited to find out if this Peregrine holds up, especially with the $200 price point. It really needs to kind of outshine the others tonight.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so we are going to try to do a blind. So I'll take responsibility for two of them. Maybe you take responsibility for the other. Um, we'll do like 1 and 2 as the Peregrines,
Okay,
and we'll do 3 and 4
perfect.
as the other. Okay, so what do you think? What is your experience with the Found North first? Tell me, like, which ones have you tried out of the 8 plus the special ones?
So I've tried batch 7,
Mm-hmm.
and I've tried this single barrel pick, and I've tried one other single barrel pick that my brother had down in Texas, and I don't particularly recall any of the distinct notes other than this single barrel, which I thought was extremely comparable to Midwinter Night's Dram, and that really threw me for a loop. But it had a lot of that same like Christmas spice, is I think like that deep like sweetness that I get from Midwinter Night's Dram, which at the time 2/3 the cost and much more readily available was a great do. But
Makes sense. I think that one is predominantly rye. These are predominantly corn, right? So
yeah,
there's probably going to be a noticeable difference. Okay, cool. So I think we're good. We each have no idea which one is which.
no.
All right. So yeah, typically I guess we'll just I like to nose them first and then do the taste. But hmm. Do you think they're very different?
This one I'm getting like more of the notes that I typically get from ryes, like the crass and spice, and this one the nose is much softer.
Yeah, I get more spices in this one as well, for sure. And I get a little bit softer nose on this. And if I remember correctly, that means I remember the 8 being a lot more spicy than the Peregrine.
Hmm.
So if I was to guess, I would say that just on the nose, I would say probably this one is the uh, the batch 8.
Well, if you think the softer one's the Peregrine, I'm gonna probably try that one first. Immediately hits you with a lot of sweetness.
This one, sweetness, but then like a lot of spices. So pretty sure this is batch 8. Batch 8 was surprisingly spicy. Um, it has all that like sweet, like syrupy notes under it, but wow, the spices just they really hit me.
So you're tasting the one that you think is batch 8?
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So I tasted the one that I think is the
I should have
Paragan
gone
first.
with the one I think is Paragan. Yeah. But you can also smell like the oak on them, which is interesting, right? I mean, 20 years is a lot of time in oak, but I mean, who knows in what part of Canada? It's probably super cold. So it's not like got, overbearing, but you can definitely smell the oak. Yeah, this is by far softer.
Yeah. There's just a lot more spice in one over the other, and so if you're saying that that's batch 8, but they're very distinct. The Peregrine is much sweeter, I think.
Much sweeter. Yeah. I find them both to be pretty sweet, but it's just like the spices on this really are, they really take over.
Now, they're both actually really good.
They're both really good. Right?
They're both really good. They're different though. For both being predominantly corn, I think one's 80% corn and the other's 73% corn.
This one is 76% corn, 23% rye, 1% barley. And batch 8 is 87% corn. So it's like 10% more corn.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting, right? Because you would have thought if it's got more corn, less rye, it would be less spicy. But I think it's probably the Madeira that's causing it to be so spicy.
Oh yes, because batch 8's Madeira finished. Yeah. Is it matured or finished in the Madeira?
Finished, I think. Yeah. Yeah, these are all like blends, right? So they get like all these old whiskeys and then they finish them like for months or a year or something. Now I'm getting like no. See, I think as you have a few drams and like have a little bit of a taste and go back and forth, it develops. You keep getting new things. I don't know if there's one that I would say is clearly better. So like if I'd missed out on this, it wouldn't be the end of the world. I mean, now of course I'm glad that I have an unopened one because I'm pretty sure this is going to be worth something. Like I mean, I don't know. Obviously, the rep is going to talk his book. So he was saying, yeah, this is like our BTAC collection. We're gonna be like coming up with like the next ones in the series, and this is the first one, and I can see that. I mean, if it's sold out in 1 minute, man.
It's the first one. It's the first one. It's a collector's item.
And the bourbon judge on YouTube, like he said, it's his. I mean, I assume he's not like sponsored or anything. He said it is his bourbon of whiskey of the year.
That's a pretty high claim,
right? There's a lot of good stuff that came out this year.
There's a lot of good stuff that came out this year. The K. Luke's, the Old Forester Barrel Strength Rye that we got to try. The what else was pretty cool this year that we tried?
It's definitely great. I would say like I would dock some points for the price. I think at $200 I could get 95% of the way there, even with their batch 8.
I mean, keep in mind, if you're a BTAC competitor, BTAC is less than $200 MSRP.
That's true. But like, I mean, it's a joke because it's not, right?
Sure.
Like, you can't dream of getting a BTAC at MSRP, right? Unless if you spend like thousands of dollars at a store.
But BTAC also isn't 20-year whiskey. I mean, that's pretty cool. That what is it? It's 20, 21, 25, and 27-year whiskeys in this Peregrine. It's like it's got some interesting notes to it. Yeah. You do get the oak that you were saying.
Yeah.
Maybe like it's kind of got like a syrupy viscosity. It's like really coats the tongue. The Peregrine.
I'm gonna leave a little bit because I want to compare to those to see like how different the rye is, because I think like I had not noticed, and when I was at the tasting event with the SFW no longer BS at said event, I actually rated that higher than batch 8 in my initial, drunken state there.
Oh, should we check if we got it right?
Oh yes, we should. Good point. Okay, let's see. So this one is 3.
So that 3,
That is
4
batch 8,
was
yeah.
batch 8.
Yeah.
And
so
so
I
this
got
is
that
the one.
right. Yeah.
Okay. And did you? Okay, so you got it
That's
right.
one, yeah.
So then this is the one I think is batch 8, and that is, where do you see the numbers?
It's very vague, but it's a 4.
That's a 4. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because 4 was the batch 8.
Yeah.
So
that's
then
got to be.
these numbers are illegible, man.
Oh, sorry. This is 4.
Wait, really?
Wait, what is this? No, this is 2. Yeah, sorry. This was 2.
Oh, so I got it backwards.
Oh yeah, interesting.
That's interesting because I think this one was much heavier on the rye.
Really?
That's
Interesting.
interesting.
Weird. Wait, is that possible?
I
You
mean,
thought this was more spicy.
I thought that was more spicy, and I thought this was more muted.
Did we fuck up putting the stuff on? The caps on? I don't think so. I checked.
Well, I didn't check the caps. I still can't read
Yeah.
it. Whatever you're looking at.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you mind if I try a little
Yeah,
bit of this?
yeah. Try it.
So this one's supposed to be
That one is supposed to be batch 8. Sorry, that's the one I thought was batch 8, and that your caps is saying is Peregrine.
Yeah, that's the Paragon.
Interesting.
It's like very oaky, and not as spicy as the other one.
I disagree.
Really?
I think it's spicy.
Okay, just so we're sure, right? Okay, this I'm pretty sure we didn't. Fuck up, right?
It seems like you're agreeing that this is the one that you think is Peregrine, and that's the one that I thought was spicier.
Try this, and then try this, and tell me. Spicy or not spicy?
That's spicy.
That's spicy, right?
Let me see it.
Yeah.
This is muted.
Yeah.
No, wait. No, that's way spicier on the palate.
Really?
Yeah.
What? That's weird, dude. I don't know, like, cause I definitely I'm getting the right notes for me, right? And to me, this is way spicier, and that's my marker for how I know it's batch 8. And for you, it's like you think this is more spicy.
Yeah, because I'm getting that bite in the middle of my tongue that I get with more rye forward whiskeys.
Interesting.
Which I guess makes sense, right? This is
it is
more
it has
rye.
more rye, yeah.
All
right.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, it is what it is, man. Okay, let's try to compare these other two. I'm really interested. So this one is going to be a pick by the SFW S. 66% rye, 30% corn, and 4% barley. And it's 60.9% alcohol by volume.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
which one was which?
This is on the right.
This is on the right. Okay, cool.
It
does look a lot darker.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Very different than the other two. But these two are similar to each other.
Yeah. Neither of these have the spice note. So this is a Ruby Port pick. This was barrel 3 of season 1 from K&L's pick. This is
Ruby Port. Interesting.
55%. So this is by far the lowest ABV of the 4 that we're trying, and it's, as you pointed out, 66% rye. So predominantly rye, which is interesting because these don't have that spice note that that both of those had a bit of.
Yeah, you're right. In saying that this tastes like midwinter nights. That's a port finish one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Port finish rye.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff has got really expensive and out of hand, right? It's like,
yeah, it went up again. I think it was 110 last year, and it's 130 this year. Although talking about prices skyrocketing, did you see the jump on the spots?
Oh yeah, $300. What the hell?
What happened?
I have a bunch of those, by the way, because last year, I got some discount. So I think I got this for like $107. And I got that one for like 150 or 160.
Yeah,
but I don't really like them, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah, I think I got my
I
blue
don't think
spot
it's not worth it.
for MSRP at like somewhere between like 130 and 150,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it was. And I saw one today at KNL sitting on the shelf.
300
Might
bucks.
still be there. 250 or 260.
250? Oh.
Which
Total one is 300 now.
yeah. So
It's
depending on when
crazy.
this video gets released, it might still be there, guys. Run
Yeah.
over.
I mean, these are not going to sell out like they used to, at 110 they were selling like crazy, and now what's the other one that was like super expensive now and just sits on shelf?
Hmm.
There's a bunch of them. The Macallans, the Macallan Space Sides.
Hmm.
They used to be 300 bucks. The Gordon MacPhail, cast strength Macallan, that was like really great value for 300 bucks, and now it's like 450 and no one wants to buy it. Just sits there. Okay, so what do you think about these two?
Hmm.
Completely different than the the corn based ones, right?
They are completely different. So do we know what the mash bill makeup of the SFW blend is?
Yeah, so it's 66% rye, 30% corn, and 4% barley. And it doesn't say that it's finished in anything, so it's not like a port barrel finish or anything like that. So apparently this was actually picked by one of the members, Jonathan,
Hmm.
and his team. Um, there was some competition and they did a blend, and this is the winner, and then they decided to just like take that blend thing back and make it into a whole release. Yeah.
I like that pick better, that blend better than this single barrel pick, and I have been speaking very highly of this pick for a long time. So I'm getting like a Dr. Pepper note. I think is the predominant note that shines through to me. It's like that kind of like a bright cola, but like with a lot of sweetness on it.
Nice. Yeah, I do like this quite a bit. I think on the nose, the port finish one is more interesting, but I like the palate on this more.
I think the SFW pick has more complexity. This is a little bit more one note. I think the
Mm-hmm.
port kind of just dominates
Takes
it,
over. Yeah.
which it's delicious. It's
Yeah.
just sweet. It's, as I said before, it's Christmas in a glass.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're looking to like really dissect the whiskey, this doesn't have as much going on.
Right. But this, I think you have to like rye because you can definitely taste rye. Like if you're a pure bourbon drinker, you don't like rye. I think the you may struggle with this one because there's definitely some vegetal, rye kind of notes.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say like it even lingers a bit like on the more herbal.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm all in on the high rye whiskeys.
I like it as well. So
So now you got to revisit the Peregrine. See.
yeah, let's see. All right.
So
So
we said this is the Peregrine. Okay.
this one is Paragan for me. Oh my god, now it's so much sweeter.
In comparison to the high rise, yeah.
Yeah.
Get like molasses on the nose now.
Yeah. Super molasses. It's like lots of syrup.
That's really good.
That is like that's like worth double the other two, I think.
Yeah.
But I think between the 8th and the 20, I don't know if I think they're that far apart. I like them both. I like all four of them. I think Found North is just doing great stuff, man. I've gone a bit crazy, right? I've got like a whole bunch of them. I got these Second Summit. I got the 6. I got the 4. I got the 3 recently. That's still sitting on shelf. This is the 4. Yeah, I got a bunch of them now. I need to stop.
Taylor Brothers, if you're watching this, what I think you're hearing is whiskey and SV custom blend. Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that. All right, cool. I think we should wrap up this episode. Thanks for participating, Matt. This has been really fun.
Yeah, this has been great.
Yeah. So cool. Enjoy your week, your night, whatever you're doing, and see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers. And cheers to you. Welcome to the. Okay, what did I say? Welcome to the blind battle of the Found North, or welcome to the special episode of
Paragon Showdown. Welcome
Yeah.
to Paragon Showdown.
Welcome to the Peregrine Showdown. Found North. Found
Yeah.
North. If you have to say Found North somewhere, right?
Welcome to the Found North Peregrine Spotlight. I don't know.
Spotlight. I think, but yeah, blind battle. I think is
Yeah.
is easier. I'll just say that.
Are we actually gonna blind him?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right.